And then I'll do the intros.
Okay. Hi, I'm Erin Hart. Welcome to Tales from the Pool.
Hey, I'm Brandon Nariman Jeddi. Whoa. Coming on that nice angle. The guest we have today, the wonderful Jessica Rosas. Say hi, Jessica.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, and the wonderful Gage Flick.
What's going on? I like this background right now.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's kind of like Broadway.
I'm petting the strippers.
It's Broadway in San Francisco is what I feel like. Jamie, why is this picture up? Our wonderful producer, young Jamie, powerful young Jamie. It's hot. Wrong reference. Because it's hot.
Well, we question Jamie's sexuality.
Jessica, what do you think about these fellas? Let's go A, B, C, or D. Like any of them?
Ooh, is A... Okay, so A is the blonde guy.
A is the Bill Burr with cancer looking guy, yes.
Okay, well, definitely not A.
So definitely not A. Okay.
Okay, can we pan? Okay.
Yeah. In my opinion, keep going. Number 3 is not looking bad. C's not looking bad.
C's...
Far right.
D.
Ooh, C and D, it's like...
I think... Nah, I don't think they're playing in our field.
D has the
They're
pizzazz.
D, but it's like too much confidence.
Yeah.
Too much.
That's
You know
theater.
what I mean?
That's theater. That's theater confidence, huh?
that is.
It
That's
is.
a theater face.
That's gay theater confidence.
I'm going to say C if I have to pick.
I would go C too. Yeah, it's like kind of theater guy next door look. I like him.
A,
Yeah.
B,
It probably has a
C,
good
D.
story
I'd
to
go
him.
D.
Good. Okay. Jamie, what do you think? What do you like?
I like B.
You like? Okay. Okay. He has a fetish.
A little yellow fever, huh?
Yeah.
A little short
Maybe
Asian
a
there.
little tattoo.
A little thick.
Didn't see that tattoo there either. Cool. Okay. So yes, we are here today
Yes, we are.
to gather here in wonderful podcast fashion. We got Gage over here. We have some stories with him. We have also. We were just talking about. What were we just talking about?
So, Brandon, I almost forgot your name.
Great. I'm only the co-host. She normally forgets the guest names. Co-host. That's where it's headed.
So Brandon was saying, because I was complaining that my boobs hit here and you can't see my waist, so it makes me look like a blob. And I just want you to know that it stops here. And Brandon said, do women tuck their shirts under to make their boobs look bigger?
I didn't say do women do. They definitely do that.
I don't.
And I'm
I've
saying
never,
you might want to pull that move.
have.
What do you think, Jessica?
Go ahead.
Wait, you're saying that I might want to do that movie?
No, I'm saying, are you familiar? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, I would think you would just stuff something else in the bra.
You
right?
go that way. Some people
I
like
have-
to go au naturel.
Yeah, no.
It's like using the wooden bat versus aluminum bat. You know, it's like, do you want what it really is, or do you want kind of the fake? Do we know this reference?
No.
Is this lost on everybody?
I think it would be fun to have small titties.
Is it about
Is that baseball? Is
It is.
that
It's a
sport?
baseball reference.
All
Yeah.
Baseball's
Oh
a sport,
yeah,
right?
because it's like that baseball game that's going to be a movie.
He's like, put it up to the baseball game that's going to be a movie. That was 30 movies already.
No, I
Yes,
know this.
they've done a movie about baseball.
Something about Tar Wars.
Tar Wars.
Star Wars?
No, Tar. It's a baseball thing. I swear to God.
There's a new baseball Star Wars movie out.
I'm gonna look it up and show it to you guys.
It's doing well. Yeah. Have you seen the under boob move, Gage?
I just don't understand how someone would do that on purpose because it happens to me involuntarily.
I hear you, Gage. Me too.
Sometimes the shirt just like goes up, you know, and it might look like it's tucked under, but it's just.
You know you need a diet when you have titty wedgies going on that you gotta pick out.
That's fair. But so you never accentuate them. You always try to play it down.
You know, I don't do it on purpose, but I could see what you're saying. How it does define the titty more.
The volume of the tit. Yeah.
Gives it definition.
Yeah. Are there women that are into kind of male titties? I feel like they're somewhere.
There's gotta be a small niche.
Into male titties?
Yeah.
Don't.
That's a definite no from you. And that's okay.
I mean, I feel like it would be weird for the guy. Like, I'd be scared to be into it. Like, be like, oh, hey. Like,
That's valid as fuck.
yeah, like, I feel like it would make them self-conscious.
Yeah.
No, you're flowing with it. They might appreciate it more.
Not just self-conscious, but the fact that a chick would be into male, like, fat titties is enough of a red flag in itself to be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
A red flag?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I got
It's like
man
a
titties.
starting line flag. It's a green flag. Like, come on through. Come on.
No, like if a chick wants to play with him and suck on him and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Dude,
She's going with the flow.
What the fuck?
Go with you work with what you got. That's the best possible
no.
outcome. You wouldn't like. I mean, if she just grabbed him and started sucking on him, and you could feed my babies. You wouldn't be into that.
You can feed my baby.
No, I'd probably
part of the
go on a diet right. That's probably the motivation I've lacked in my life thus far is a girl who wants to suck on my titties.
I think you would start running like Forrest Gump and just keep.
Oh, I'd be out of there.
Just keep running.
But so you got a lady, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been with her?
9 years.
9 years.
Wow.
Oh, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you. But so she's never done any type of
Titty
nipple
sucking?
play.
No. Oh.
Maybe like a little nip play, a little tweaking.
She likes to fuck with my nipples, but
Yeah.
it's not in a sensual way. It's in a I know you hate this way.
In like a bully way? She bullies
No,
you?
but like she knows like when you tickle your significant other and they're like, "Fuck, stop." But they giggle and do it. That's how she is.
It's been so long since I've had any significant other. I don't even know what that's like. It's just the imagination of that occurring.
Sorry, man.
Okay, fuck yeah, man.
But sexually, when it getting down to business, no, there's no. My nipples are not involved.
Yeah, I'm not a nipple guy either. It doesn't do anything. Women have tried it, but it just doesn't do anything for me. I'm like, yeah, that's just another part of my body. I don't know.
I like how I checked out for a minute when you guys started talking.
You definitely
about
were
that.
looking at your text messages.
No, I was looking for that Tar Wars thing, which is not on there. And I swear to God, I saw it one night, but I might have been high. And then I looked up, and you guys are talking about sucking Gage's titties, and I'm like, what happened?
Such off the rails.
By the way, can I tell one quick story of there was a girl I used to hook up with only drunk. The only time we'd ever hook up was drunk. Was very, very drunk, and I would usually vomit right beforehand, and then she didn't mind.
That's
She was
sexy.
okay with it.
They
Yeah,
gonna make
it was
out with
sexy.
her?
Yeah, she didn't care. She didn't care. She was there. She was at the toilet with me, just
Oh,
like yeah.
The
And-
old late night green light.
Is this how you get Brandon, girls?
Yep. Go with my alcoholism. It really works. And we would make out, and I always forgot about this. We would make out, and I forgot that she had nip hairs.
Ew.
And don't ew. That's fine, but you just gotta tweeze them. Just pull them out.
Not in this culture. It's not.
That's why you tweeze them beforehand. But a lot of women have nip hairs.
What are you, a
gotta-
caveman?
I
really
had
prominent?
them, but
I deal with a lot of Middle Eastern women. So is that a thing? I'm just
they're
kidding.
hairy.
I'm just kidding. I'm
They're
just
hairy,
kidding.
yeah.
No, a lot of women have some
I
occasional
do.
nipper. Yeah.
I've had
okay.
them, but
See.
guess what? I take a shower and I go, oh, fuck, look. Clink, clink, clink,
Yeah.
clink. They're gone.
Yeah, exactly. Right,
like your
Jessica?
pubes
you're like,
or-
I
It
don't want to.
hasn't come up, but if it did, I would make sure, you know.
It's just something you groom, you take care of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely gonna. Yeah, you don't want to like a
then-
5 o'clock shadow of nip hair.
5
Just,
o'clock.
Well, some women get like chin hair, and you got to take care of that.
Jessica,
I-
chime
I-
in on this. You're like, no chin hair.
No, it
I mean,
happens
not
when you
chin
get
hair,
older.
Oh, okay.
A
Yeah.
chin's
Okay.
not
I
as
haven't had it.
sacred as a chick's nips, though.
If I do, you'll never see it.
No, the chin is always on display. You don't want anything on the chin.
You're not going to put your tongue on a chick's chin, generally.
No, but you're
Well,
not
I'm
going to
gonna
go
do
to her nips if you see beard hair on her.
No, that's correct. You
like
would
a
not.
lot of hair?
That's
like a lot,
horrible.
or like just a few
I don't know.
Just a few,
Just
usually.
wait, of nip hair or of beard hair?
nip hair. Did
this-
she have a beard too?
She didn't. She didn't have a beard. She did shave. She was a lady boy, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. No, but she had nip hair, and then I remember the first time I made out with her, and I started sucking on her nips, and
We're talking multiple hairs, like a patch.
Multiple
like a patch,
hairs.
A patch of hairs.
yeah, exactly,
Okay.
like a patch, but not a lot, but enough, like 7 or 8 hairs, where it's like, okay, that's in the mouth, you
It's a
feel
pack,
it.
It's a pack of hairs.
It has a texture to it. It has It has a texture. But also, by the way, that's in the era because it was early in college where women, they didn't know, they were kind of shamed. They didn't know to, if they had extra hairs maybe on the face or on the tits, they didn't know to kind of tweeze it.
What? Who
You know what I
didn't
mean?
know?
In college?
When
I
you're
would
in
think
college,
you,
around
The
here?
start of college, yeah, and high school. Do you remember the girls in high school that had basically mustaches?
I mean, I
kind
can
of.
see high school, but college is when you like start.
Yeah, I could see.
I
middle
got her
school.
before that transition. It was in the transition before she was like, "Oh, I should pull my nip hair."
So what happened? Did you let her know? Or?
No, what do you do?
Was
What
she
am I gonna
fresh
do?
off the boat?
No, and also I never remember. I was always almost blackout drunk. I was vomiting earlier.
Oh God.
So what would happen was I would make out with her, and then I'd pull her shirt off, and then I'd start sucking on her nips, and I'd be like, oh, that's like kind of stringy, you know? It's
oh,
stringy tonight. And then I'd be like, oh, like this is kind of disgusting. But then I would forget, and then I would get blackout drunk again, and then vomit, and then make out with her again. And then as then it would happen again. It would be like the memento thing, like a new thing. I would forget, but then I would remember though.
When like, oh yeah.
Like yeah, exactly. That happened That happened at least twice. Where I'm like, oh yeah, she has nipple hair. I keep forgetting about that.
Have you seen the movie The Crying Game?
Have I? No, I have not seen the movie The Crying Game.
So that was in the early '90s, and it was that guy that was in love with this girl, and he finally got to have sex with her and found out it was a man. And he goes in the shower and he's like, no! That's how I feel like you would be. No!
Was she blackout drunk every time this would happen?
No,
too?
she wasn't. She wasn't.
She was like sober.
She was pretty sober. Yeah, she was the one holding my hair.
And so she would make out with you after you puked.
What's that?
She'd make out with you.
Yeah.
That's disgusting too.
Hey, maybe I'm just that much of a catch, by the way.
Maybe that's
Jesus.
why, because she was like, oh, he's not going to notice my nipple hair.
Oh, my God.
And if he brings it up, I'll fucking throw that in his face. How I made out with you after you puked.
This is like the worst porn ever.
She'd rub your back, too.
It's like the porn that would make you like never want to have sex again. Like,
hell yeah.
Do you want to go into the priesthood? We have a porn.
That might actually be its own thing, because that might be the realest porn. People like porn that simulates real situations. That's Jeddi's real situation.
That's a real thing. Oh,
like
God.
He's not mentioning it, but he might jerk off to those memories. And he's just not saying anything. Like,
I've looked her up on Facebook. Unfortunately, I forgot her last name. I remember her first name. It was Emily. I don't remember her
Emily
last name.
Emily
Niphair. Emily Niphair.
Where are you?
Yeah, no, but by the way, it's a 50% podcast, 50% gay conversion therapy is what this podcast is. So wait, no, does that make sense? No, it doesn't.
Just don't eat the cookie.
How do you guys feel? Do you guys
Cookies.
do you women shave your pits, or have you ever thought about not shaving your pits?
No, I never thought about that.
I thought you were saying
Yeah,
no,
I
didn't
shave
I?
them.
You
I
shave
shave
them?
them. Yeah.
When girls don't shave them, they like show it off. Like they have to show an Instagram photo like, I don't shave my pits. And
That's
it's like,
gross.
okay, but I don't show me shaving my pits. Like,
when did you start? Did you have, when you were young, did you have hair for like a little while?
I don't remember.
Do you have wispy?
honestly.
Yeah. Like a baby's cowlick kind of down
No,
there.
I never
I always
let it
wondered
get
that.
like too hairy. Because I remember seeing girls like in middle school, like, and it would be hairy, and they like hadn't their mom hadn't like taught them how to shave or something yet. But I don't know.
when you first started getting them, you just nip them in the bud
I think I saw it and I was just like, no, I'm
before they even had a chance.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I have an older sister, so I was like on it.
Yeah.
Before I had hair, I'm like, we're shaving. I don't know why, but
Grooming sensei.
yeah.
I gotta say, I do understand the viewpoint though of not shaving the armpit hair, because it's like it's a woman. I'm natural. It's what's actually growing for me. Yeah, this is me, and I'm gonna do that. But also, just to see it, it's disgusting. It's completely like ugh. Like, what the fuck is that? But you know what I mean?
What about the ones that are natural but they dye it?
They
not
dye their
natural.
pit hair.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very high maintenance.
That's not natural.
I think like
Well, that's kind of cool.
I respect
if I had it, I would dye it.
I'd respect your choice to do that and like rock your armpit hair if that's what you want to do. But then they would like obviously have to respect some guy's choice to not want to fucking have anything to do with that if that's not what you're into. Right?
yeah. Might completely turn people off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're usually lesbians, so I think you're safe there.
There was a lady that used to come to Max Bloom's, and she wouldn't shave her pits or her legs, and she had hairy legs. She was Middle Eastern. I have pretty hairy legs.
Is she comic?
She was a comic. She stopped doing it, but so she had legs hairier than mine.
Yeah.
If you can
Yours
see.
aren't that hairy.
How did you know her
imagine on a
legs
woman.
were hairy?
Because she would wear shorts.
Because Brandon felt her
Amateur.
up.
And tank tops.
Orange
Yes.
shorts on stage.
What is that? What is
because
that?
they gotta show it off because it's a thing.
Oh,
it's like a
yeah.
statement. They're making
They're
a
showing it
statement.
off.
Yeah.
This is how I was born.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't born like that.
No.
No, babies aren't born with
Yeah.
that.
Corruption of hormones did it. But if that's what you want to do with your body, that's cool. Like I'm not one to talk.
No.
I fucking ravage my body in literally every way possible. But I also understand that a lot of people won't want to fuck me for that. It's like just
Listen, I tried to take care of myself. I had my butt crack waxed at
Oh,
some
yeah.
point with Erin, or not
Yeah.
with Erin, but
Well-
right, she had an appointment right after me.
Just your butt crack?
Yeah.
Just the, I mean, and the butt, but
And the hole?
I still
not
get
the
waxed.
hole. There's nothing on the hole.
I don't know.
There's
That's
nothing
just
on your butthole?
On the hole.
Not
no, there's-
on the hole,
But
but
it's
around
like-
Exactly.
the hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
around
It's
the hole.
around
That
the
was the
hole.
problem. That was the
Yeah.
issue.
Oh, so
yeah.
that's what you got.
That's what I.
Around the hole.
When around the hole and the cheek, like the crack. I have very selective hair.
Brandon.
On my ass. Uh huh.
Did somebody spread your ass
Yeah.
and wax within half an inch of your butthole?
Yes.
Okay,
Dylan-
okay. That's what we want to know.
Definitely.
That's what we wanted to know.
I work out with Dylan now.
That's a lady. That's
Yeah.
not a man that did it to me.
Dylan's a girl.
That is a lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is weird because
Dylan O'Neill. Hey, maybe she's
Throw
like.
plugs out.
I know. I'm gonna throw a plug out. If you want to get
Butthole
sugared,
wax.
she's a great sugarer.
yeah, if you want just the shiniest, just clearest butthole, that's
Vagina
her.
too.
It's just she'll put a sheen on that thing like
It
like
makes
you won't
your
believe.
vagina so soft, and you touch it, you're like, it's like a baby's bottom.
But as a man, it's kind of it feels weird because. I mean, I don't know what you're into, but you you have to because like, there was one way to do it, and then it's like kind of you kind of go like what is that, like Happy Baby in yoga?
Yeah.
And then if you don't,
Well-
if you're too tight, if you're clenching too much, and you're like, oh, like I don't like this, then you have to do another like punishment position.
So you were clenching then?
I was
not
definitely clenching.
Is that what she referred to it as?
She didn't refer to it as that,
A
but
punishment
she did say that. She's like,
position?
"Yo, we didn't get all the hair in that other one that we normally get." So she's like, "I need you to do this other thing," and it's basically like I turn on my side, and then you have to grab your own butt cheek and spread it apart for her, and then she goes in, and then
I
it's
do I know I lay with my legs like in a diamond shape and like that, and she does the front.
yeah.
And then I have to
Put up
lay
the
with
the
one.
rock, right? It's a kind of like a. She says, "Oh, throw up
Yeah,
the
and-
rock." Jay-Z reference. That's how
I
Jay-Z
remember.
developed.
And then one leg's over here, and one leg's like over here to the side, and then I have to turn to the side, and she does the butt, and then we're done.
God bless you, women, for
You
just going in.
got
and
it
doing
down
that.
to a.
Yeah, it's very quick.
Yeah.
But it's a great business if you ever want to get into it. It's
Yeah.
a half an hour appointment. It's $65, and then you probably tip 10 or
And
20 or
she's
whatever.
seen every kind of.
Yeah,
butthole.
exactly.
Oh yeah,
No,
she
it's-
doesn't care.
It's not that cush of a job. You have to look straight down someone's asshole.
But
Random
once-
people's assholes that you might not want to see.
But once you get past that, it's like what?
Once you get-
65
once you
an
get
hour
past
times
that.
2
Yeah.
plus 2 tips.
And
Yeah.
You, and you
Not
don't care.
bad.
You don't care. You know.
Yeah.
But damn, that's crazy. That's crazy because you learn a lot about someone by looking at their asshole. I feel like.
Do tell, Gage.
Yeah.
Do tell. What?
Well, you can tell right away if fucking they've done anal or they're
What?
unhygienic.
Really?
Can you?
I don't know.
Count the rings.
I think a lot of anal. You lose the spokes, right?
Yeah.
Well-
You lose the spokes.
When you have a baby, you get hemorrhoids too.
And
There.
will hemorrhoids cause you to lose the spokes?
It leaves a little bump. Like it's like a
A bump.
like
What
a
do you
bump
mean by
thing.
lose the spokes?
Okay, so
I think
Yeah.
I think he's talking about how much you gape.
do you know I'm
Gape and Gage.
Well, I think
So,
that's a lot of anal.
The Gape and Gage podcast.
an
Please
unfucked
do that.
butthole has like lines
Oh, like a cat?
that look like spokes
No.
on a bike's tire.
You know how a cat's asshole's like that?
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's fucking great.
Spokes
Yes.
on a bike's
Yes.
tire.
How familiar are you with assholes?
I don't
You
wanna
know what
have
he's
to-
talking
Not
about?
that
Do I have to
familiar.
Google it for you, Jessica?
Yeah, how do we describe it? It is really
do you
spokes on a
describe the
bicycle. It comes together and it comes like
Like
there's wrinkles
puckered.
out. Yeah, the pucker
So it's
of
not
it.
puckered? If
I don't know about that. No, it's always been puckered for me. I've never ruined someone's
like,
butthole.
just fully
I gotta-
open?
I gotta
Yeah.
look at mine.
If there's no spokes and it's just a hole, when I see it, I go, "Oh, that person gets fucked in the butt."
How often are you looking at assholes? Like you know,
Yeah.
just to
Just
judge.
like a new porn star I'm unfamiliar with. When I see that butthole, I
You
know.
count the spokes.
I could be watching an anal scene right now because looking at her butthole, she obviously does anal too.
I didn't know that. I watch a decent amount of porn and Gage, but he's got a better eye. This is you're either born with that talent or you're not. You either have it or you don't. Gage has it. engagements. Very good. Are you looking up assholes on your?
Stop, but look at what's coming up.
By the way, it's already saved in the search history. Like that's already just there.
No, it's not.
It's not, but it kind of is.
I don't
you
search
saved
butthole spokes very often.
without exactly not
Is
on
that an actual
without privacy
word,
mode activated.
Butthole spokes? I gotta Google that.
I just say the spokes, like she's still got her spokes. Means she's anally a virgin.
Well, now we know the code because we weren't aware. We were not aware. But you also do get erections when you see bicycle tires now, right? That is a thing.
Bicycle wheel.
That Shimano. That Shimano 20-inch.
It's not actually a word, but it comes up in Urban Dictionary as busted spokes.
And that's referring to the butthole?
Oh my God, it is.
When there's a good sphincter tone.
Oh man, this is
the anus appears small with lines radiating outward.
Don't
Line
do that
spokes
to
on a
me.
bicycle wheel. Oh my God, it's a real thing, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's called busted spokes.
Y'all doubted me?
See, I just enjoyed playing in that area, but I don't want to know any of this. You know, it's like when they tell you how the hot dog is made.
Oh, that's a
What are
busted
you
spoke?
doing? Why
Is
are
it?
you
No,
doing that?
I think those are spokes.
Oh, that's spokes.
Oh, that's
then what
spokes.
does it
It looks
look
like a
like?
belly
No.
button on a fat
Listen.
Yeah,
girl.
those are spokes. See?
Yeah,
This
but that's
is-
See? It looks like a.
So what does it look like if it's not?
Okay, I'll find a picture of that.
Do I want to know?
Yeah.
I don't.
That kind of
This
looked like
is-
my dog's butthole and vagina.
It could
But
have been.
with it needed
I don't know. I didn't
hair.
see a face.
Even for this podcast, this
There's
is
no
a
face
bit.
to that
It
butthole.
could've
Even
been
for
a
this
dog.
podcast, this is a bit déclassé of what we talk about. I will say.
Is this too far? For the,
You know what? This is the first time I might have had to say that, but yeah, let's keep going. Let's go deeper now. Is what that means.
Have you
Oh.
gone deeper?
Deeper. Let's
That's
do it.
in the butthole spokes
Mhm.
or busted spokes.
busting those spokes right now.
Can we change that to the name of the podcast?
Busted
The
spokes.
busted.
That's no
busted spoke.
spokes. Right.
Those are spokes. I can see spokes. It's like half spokes.
I get you're right.
It's
me
half
see.
spokes.
That's
Oh.
a loose.
also-
That's a huge hole.
That is a huge one.
That's like
But there's a
But
penis
she's
in that picture
spreading it,
too.
Yeah.
So I think it like maybe was taken 1 second after the
I don't
penis
think that's
came
like
out.
its natural state though.
You know what
I
that
don't know
kind of
how
reminds me of,
much
and I know this is
it's
really
not in homeostasis
move
right
on.
now.
I'm gonna delete my browser
like I
history
doubt
and
that
then
it's always
Why
just
would-
opened like that.
move on.
That reminds me of when my son was little and I changed his diaper and I'm like, look at his butthole, it's so big, and then poop.
Oh,
I was like,
because it was
"Ah!"
dilating.
Yes.
Because he's like, I'm about to shit,
And it was diarrhea everywhere. Yes.
No way, diarrhea.
I was like, no. It's like, I was like,
Past your
"Oh!"
hands?
Yes.
Wow.
Everywhere.
Parenthood.
Why was he pooping like the person that was vomiting in The Exorcist? Just
Yes!
like spray
Yes,
like
because that's
forcefully
what
out. What was
babies
that?
do. Babies do
Ugh.
that.
No
And I thought
babies.
I'd be a good mom. Oh, look, he just peed. Let me change real quick. No, when a boy pees, you let that ride. Let it ride for a minute or
See?
two, because
See?
something's coming.
The real lesson is
I pee a little every time I shit.
Okay, well, see? As a
Busted.
baby, I bet you did that. Ask your mom.
Probably peed on my parents a
The
bunch of
busted
times.
spokes.
the real lesson
Every
is
parent gets peed on.
yeah, you come in the spokes so you don't have a kid. You know what I mean? That's the real lesson here.
I taught you
Oh.
guys something new tonight.
You
I'm
busted the
already happy
spokes.
about that.
Yes, yes, you did.
Spokes.
You taught my sister, I'm sure she's watching, Shannon. Shannon has
Oh.
no idea, I'm sure, about
Oh,
busted
Shannon,
spokes.
it's her
Shannon's
sister.
got her spokes.
She's very innocent.
She's very
good, it's good.
Been with one guy, the guy she's married to.
Because
Yeah.
you want to
Since
see
we were
spokes.
14.
I think as a guy, you want to see spokes.
I've only ever seen. Have you
Busted
been in a thing where you
spokes.
haven't seen any spokes?
No.
Busted spokes.
But if I was about to get down and then I saw like her butthole and there was no spokes and it was just a hole like a well,
just
like a
opened?
wishing well, like
was
I'd be
like,
like, oh, hello.
You want to talk into it like Mrs. Doubtfire? That's right. Hello. That was a cut scene from the movie. They said,
Yeah.
probably not gonna,
It's windy
jive
down there.
with the PG-13 rating.
When I was a little kid, I learned how to operate a VHS rewinder because of Mrs. Doubtfire, the scene where Robin Williams lights his tits on fire.
Uh-huh.
I would take it out and rewind it and watch that scene again and take it out and rewind it and do it like 30 times a day.
Excuse me, sir. Did your VCR was it not able to rewind?
This is the early 90s, bro, when you had the accessory.
But no, but
Like you
your
can press
VCR.
rewind.
Yeah,
on the-
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, what are you
Good, but
doing?
It was super slow. If you press rewind on an old VHS player, it went back
Oh.
super slow. So you could buy a separate little device.
A rewinder. Yeah, I
and
remember the rewinder.
put it in and it'd go boom, boom, and it'd
I
be done.
kind of remember
My rewinder
that.
was a Corvette car. You put it in the hood of the car, and then it.
Was your VHS rewinder?
Yeah. Why did I add that?
I didn't have any of that. I just went to people's houses.
To watch movies?
Yes.
Fuck dealing with all this shit. I'm going to wait till this technology
No,
gets
we
better.
were too poor.
Oh, that's right. That's a valid reason also.
It was before I stripped.
And then you got all the VHS
I got it.
players and all the rewinders.
I was
All
like
the
cable and everything.
8-track what?
CDs and
This fucking Super Nintendo?
Cool. Well, all right. Well, I'm glad we talked about that. That was really interesting to talk about. So where should we go next? Do we want to go to your stripper stories? Yeah, I think actually we do.
Yeah.
I got a couple stripper stories.
stories, go
I was
ahead.
thinking about it when I got invited on. Like, do I have any good strippers? Because I'm 27. I'm 27. You could go into strip clubs around here, the ones that don't serve alcohol when you're 18. Yeah. And which is weird because the 18-year-old ones where they don't serve alcohol, they get fully nude.
Yes.
But the ones that do serve alcohol, you have to be 21 and they only get topless, which is I don't know how that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? No.
But so
You're running for Congress, and this is your platform. It's like,
yeah,
I want to be able to drink a beer and see a pussy.
yeah.
Is this not America?
Why are you limited to just titties?
Can we get American flag
In a
background,
red-
please?
You know,
Jamie, if you would.
bust it out.
Not really, but also,
Get
yeah.
patriotic. Yeah. So since I was 18, because that's I don't know.
You want to see busted spokes and have that Coors Light ready to go.
Actually, now that you mention it, I feel like that's probably where I have seen real life busted spokes. It would probably be in a couple of the strip clubs I've been in.
I have seen the busted spokes there myself.
In a strip club where
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that chick.
Yeah. And also the beef jerky hanging
Yeah,
down.
but that's genetic.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what beef
Is that
jerky hanging
genetic?
down?
I think it's
You're
genetic.
talking about labia, lips?
Meat curtains.
Yeah, meat
That's
curtains.
fine.
Yeah,
That's good.
Roast beef.
I'm into it.
You like
I'm
it?
into
You,
it.
you suck on it and chew it like bubble
Ew,
gum.
ew, ew, ew.
Chew it?
You put
I
it
mean,
in the side of your
I'm
mouth.
not good at giving head, but I don't chew. I know that much. I'm not to just chew like
You don't chew loose
like
labia,
big
Brandon?
league,
What?
big league chew. Yeah, no, but I enjoy it. I like that. That's fine. That's fine.
I have a friend
As long as
for
it's not
you,
a
Brandon.
penis down there. You have a friend for me?
Yes.
Sometimes it almost have. You ever seen a huge like a really huge clit? Because you know when you're a fetus,
That was a penis. That was a lady boy.
when you're
But
when you're a
that's okay.
fetus, the clitoris and the penis start as the same thing.
Oh.
Really?
And when
you're
you're-
saying it was almost going to be a penis?
Your clitoris, if you were a boy, the clitoris would have been, your penis.
Yeah.
And when your gender is decided,
So
that's
wouldn't
when
they
it
have
kinda-
like more testosterone?
I don't know,
Because
but
it would
I've
like
seen.
go in that direction and then was like, no.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what
Wow.
I'm thinking because there's some that are like big and meaty and almost have heads.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen that personally?
Not in person.
I wonder
No.
if it's because the man decides the sex of the baby, the sperm. So would the sperm have more testosterone to?
That's another thing I've always wondered too. Like if you're a chick who, and there's nothing wrong with this if you are, but if you're a chick with a very large meaty clitoris, does that mean that your dad has like a huge dong?
Ooh,
Or if your
question.
dad has a little tiny baby dick, are you gonna have like a little teeny clit? Does it correlate?
We need to do a survey.
Interesting, I think.
Can I see your dad's dick and then your clit?
I've had limited interaction, unfortunately, in this space. I can say a woman can have a small clit with a dad with a giant dick. Ask no
How would
details
you
about this.
know? How-
Ask no details about this. I don't want to get into the specifics, but
It's family related.
it's anecdotal. It's not family related.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I'm not a creep, but no, maybe perhaps an ex-girlfriend and her father, but just
Oh.
something normal, something normal.
I
From
don't.
the
It
south?
doesn't. Okay.
From the sun.
But what were we on? Strip clubs? Strip
Is that
clubs.
normal in the South?
Clits.
Okay, so as a young man growing up in Southern Orange County, there were only 2 strip clubs.
The South. Yes.
Fritz.
South side. I don't know. Maybe before my
Oh,
time, but
okay.
when I was in high school, not yet old enough.
Sorry, real quick, by the way. She is a strip club Huelhauser. Erin.
Okay.
She knows
All
the
right.
history of all the strip clubs, and she'll get into it. She knows the owners. She knows when it came in.
Okay, wait.
Lake Forest.
Oh, okay, Captain Creams. Okay, what's the other
She
one?
knows them all. This is real.
Captain Creams is now gone.
Captain Green's R.I.P.
That's a good name.
I know the other one. It was off the 55.
I hope it has like a C reference.
Off the 5. Lake Forest.
Okay, another one in Lake Forest?
Yep.
Wait.
She'll know it. You'll know it. Come on.
Was it nude or topless?
I don't know because I never got to go
Reagan was in office. He just introduced Reaganomics, Star Wars defense.
Tar Wars.
Star Wars. It's a real thing, you guys.
Thanks.
Okay. I know there was something like, what was the name of that place? It shut down.
Titties.
Oh, I can't. Okay, what was it?
It was the library. Off of El Toro in the 5 freeway.
Ooh, you stumped me.
And it became a Hooters, and now it's a salon.
A salon.
Yeah. But growing up, salon. Can you imagine, like, if you're an innocent lady who does hair and just thinking about all the fucking...
That's so weird.
Loads that got dropped in the urinal.
Every strip club seems to have a ghost. So there's probably...
Really?
Yeah, there's probably a
That's
ghost.
A thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they strippers?
Yeah, is it a dead stripper?
Not always, but there are some at Sahara that are.
That are the ghosts of strippers.
Pretty sure because we talked about... There's been a few dead girls that... Rest in peace. I love them, but they're
gone. So if it's not a stripper, it's like, what, a customer?
And
they passed in the building?
Not in the building, but we mentioned her name and the light went off like that. I was like...
You played Pour Some Sugar on Me backwards, and then suddenly she just comes out.
And at Ecstasy, when I worked there, I saw a shadow come through all the time.
On the stage?
No, in the VIP
back.
area. Yeah. I called it greed. It was a guy.
The spirit was a guy.
Uh-huh.
That's fucking nuts. I feel like seeing a ghost would be terrifying, but seeing a stripper ghost in a strip club, I don't know how I'd feel. I don't know if I'd be scared or just like... I think I'd assume I was on drugs.
How do you pay a stripper ghost? There's no recompense do you get?
People don't really see modern ghosts that much. Anytime someone talks about a ghost story, it's always like, oh, he's in a Civil War uniform or something colonial. But like no one ever sees like there's no hipster ghost. There's no ghost that you see in your bedroom on his iPhone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, completely.
Yeah. That's just so... Where were we?
No, also it was a strip club story, but also age of the cell phone. Where are the ghosts? Right?
Yeah.
I saw a ghost that was from the 70s.
How did you know it was from the 70s?
Clothes.
Bell bottoms?
No.
So you saw it fully with clothes?
Yeah, I saw him with clothes, and he walked by, and I thought, I didn't see that. And my son was like 2, and he goes, "Ghost, Mommy." I'm like, oh shit, you saw it too? And just the way he was dressed, I got 70s.
Did the ghost have a perm?
No.
No ghost perm?
It was like a teenage boy, striped shirt, kind of like that 70s look.
Like
sadly singing "Staying Alive," but ironically, not really. Have you seen ghosts recently since we've had cell phones?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have to think.
By the way,
cell phones came out like in the 90s, so yeah.
The ghost shouldn't have a cell phone. If the ghost has a cell phone, who's his carrier?
So many people who have had iPhones have died already that there has to be ghosts with iPhones by now.
Yeah, I'm not saying what's the phone that ghosts prefer to use. Like the Nokia candy bar. They just never got past that era. They wanted that. No, but I'm saying if you have a cell phone and you see a ghost, you pull that sucker out.
And film
Take some video of that goddamn
Yeah, I'm
ghost.
really bad
You'll
at
have the
filming.
first ghost video.
I mean, I'm sure there are videos of
Yeah.
ghosts.
There aren't, but there there's not. Literally, there's not one. There's literally 0.0. But have you seen a ghost?
In person, no.
What does that mean?
Ghost videos.
I was watching a movie. It was a scary movie. It was Marlon Wayans.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, my boyfriend, like how he died and everything. Like he was hit by a car riding his bicycle.
Okay.
And I've been told, someone told me that someone was driving past and they saw someone sitting on the guardrail where it happened. And they were just like, "What's up?" And then they described him later, and it was exactly how he looked. And this person had never met him.
How did your boyfriend look? What?
Just like, I don't know. It was just like describing.
But it was a secondhand description, and it matched.
It was a secondhand description to someone who actually knew him. It was like one of his friend's sisters or something.
I remember.
And they told him, and then he messaged me.
Real quick.
I remember seeing you before. Okay.
Okay.
So
fucking crazy.
So no. But so the ex-boyfriend that died, was he was a Hispanic fellow? What was he?
He was half Puerto Rican.
So he's Hispanic and half white, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Just darker hair.
No, we weren't, but it was like, I don't know.
So just darker hair, right?
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Powerful Jamie. That's great. That's really cool. That's going to be in my nightmares tonight. Thank you.
Ghost.
Yeah, that it really is the strip club. But so also maybe she just saw a brown dude on the side of the freeway waving at her.
Maybe so. I don't know. I've also been contacted by like a girl. She messaged me, and I don't know her, and she was like, I don't know him either, but I had a dream, and he came to me and like told me all this stuff. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've had dreams before about somebody that had passed.
And then she was like, I don't know you, but he said in the dream that you were cool, so if I contacted you, you would listen to me. And I wasn't going to be like, no, don't tell me, because of course I want to know.
So what did she have to tell you?
She just like she
described
I
got my nails done today. I went to Target. It's like, all right, shut up. Just fucking go away. What did she say, though?
Like, she described what he looked like, and it matched the description. And people were like, oh, well, she could have just looked on your Instagram, which is true.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I was approaching it like with an open mind so that I could like get the whole story.
Where's your good comedian closed-mindedness? Just very narrow. Just like, I don't believe anything. Yeah, fuck you. How dare you?
No, but I want to hear it. I want to hear what.
But she didn't have anything to add. She's just like, yeah, I saw him. He hit on me, but he said he was with you, but he still kind of wanted it.
But like when ghosts visit you in dreams, they supposedly like they're in your room and they sit on your bed, or like they're at the edge of your bed. Yeah, if you have like a dream, like a ghost visits you in a dream, you kind of like wake up in your bed, or at least in the dream, and the ghost is like in your room, like standing in the corner, like they sit on the edge of your bed and like they talk to you.
Has that happened to you?
No, it hasn't. I wish.
Oh, that didn't even happen to you?
No, but this is what she told me, like that he was like kind of just like chilling like at the corner and was just like, yeah.
And you're like, why doesn't my man come around? Why does he ghost haunt me?
I tried to work on a joke about that, like, oh, really? He's going to come see some random girl. Supposedly random.
Fuck are you?
Yeah. Yeah, but so he never visited you?
No, not yet.
You think he would have maybe popped in and said, hey, what's up?
I don't know. Yeah, but I still want to hear it. I'm like, what did he say?
Yeah. Well, but she didn't have anything to add. She's like, hey.
I mean, it was just like, cliche stuff like, oh, he said like, you were like, whatever, he loved you, whatever. Just like cliche kind of stuff, which was like
he wouldn't even say that to you.
Probably true.
Well, he wouldn't even say that to you when he was alive. You know what I mean? So she's probably just trying to stroke you. I don't know. I have no idea.
Being so
just fucking.
I know.
Yes.
Why are you so down?
That's
on the
what
topic?
this is. Sorry, I'm a ghost non-believer, but also I'm a piece of shit.
Brandon, you're gonna get haunted tonight.
Good.
Okay.
He's gonna come visit you tonight.
All the ghosts are gonna come.
Yeah, that's fine.
I heard what you said on podcast, you fucking sack of shit.
I'll be the first one to just fucking get on my knees and just stroke his fucking ghost dick.
Really?
Just like fucking like that scene out of that movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, just trying to.
Your first instinct would be to stroke his.
Wasn't
see-through
please him? Yes, without haunting me. Yeah.
Wasn't that pottery? Right. It wasn't a dick.
This is the reboot. This is the porn reboot.
It would keep going through like it would like, shit.
It's the best. I'd never have to swallow. Just be like, ghost love. That's fine. It's like,
tip to tip.
That's what you would do?
Yeah, I don't know. To please, so I wouldn't get haunted. I don't want a haunting. That's creepy.
I think that's still a haunting.
Yeah. Like, oh, fuck, dude. Like,
now he's just coming around every night. I was like, hey, how about that hand job, though? Come on.
You found
all right, ghost. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Where did this
Listen, I don't know where this went, but okay. But so you haven't personally seen a ghost or interacted with a ghost?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I would like to. I'm open
we
to it.
We would all like to. I want to see. I want to see ghosts and aliens.
You seem very against it.
I'm not against it. I just haven't seen it. I don't think a lot of people that have said they've seen a ghost have actually seen it. I mean,
you have to believe in the ghost to see it. I think if you're against it, then
that's part of what I think the bullshit is from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You gotta believe.
No, because you're just gonna be like if something happens, you're gonna be like, oh, that's just something else. You're gonna discount it as something else.
If I see the phantom image of a human being, I'm not gonna be like, that's.
Well, it's not like you see it like right here. You see it like here. like going by.
But why not right here?
Because it's like we have built up, like when we were kids, I think we did, but now like people are like, oh, that's nonsense. That's, that's your this, that's this, that. So we have all these like filters that you can't, see through anymore because you have so much doubt that you just see it like out of the corner and you're like, what's that? Oh, I guess, whatever.
And you just move on with your life.
Yeah, definitely disagree with that 100%. If I see a ghost, I'm seeing a ghost, and I'm going to be like, that's not a ghost.
See, but you're expecting to see, like, a person of a ghost. But a ghost, you don't know what a ghost looks like.
It could be an orb.
You gotta be open to, like,
the ghost, they're wearing the sheets? What are you talking about?
They're in, like, a different dimension, kind of.
Then how are we
it's
seeing
not
it?
going to look like an earthly
Brandon.
thing.
So what would it look like?
That could be a ghost if this was just moving.
What if, you know how they...
You'd be like, oh, Erin just flicked it.
Yeah.
But no, it was a ghost.
No, this holds no grounds on anything.
like in a lot of super smarty pants scientists, like the retarded guy in the wheelchair. What's his name?
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
Well, he's not.
He's not retarded.
Not mentally, but physically.
The weird guy
physically
that came
he's
in
retarded.
the strip club.
But like they say that there's different parallel universes, like Rick and Morty, right? So like, what if someone in a parallel universe is kind of like in the movie Interstellar, like that's what it is. Like
Didn't see it. No spoilers. Didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Like 6 years ago.
Give the spoilers. I don't give a shit. You're right.
But like parallel universes, sometimes they almost fucking intersect, and that's when you think it was like a ghost, but it's really like a glitch between two parallel universes.
Like that movie where they're in the cornfield, that little farmhouse, but someone's in the closet, but he's been in outer space, and he's like, ah! And they're like, what's that noise coming from?
We have no idea what that movie is at all.
Like a lot
You've
of
stumped all of us.
I went through like 5 different movies in my head.
It's Field of
Signs,
Dreams.
Children of the Corn.
Yeah.
No.
And Field of Dreams. And Field of Dreams.
I heard something. And he's like, open the goddamn closet. And she's like, I can't hear.
Is Stephen Hawking's in the movie? Oh, yeah, quiet. We are all people. Where were we?
Listen, the point is, I haven't seen a ghost. I haven't seen video of a ghost. We're living in the age of cell phones. If you see a ghost, please record it, is what I'm saying.
I agree
From
with
the
that.
bottom of my heart, I
Public
want to
service
see.
now.
I want a world with ghosts. I just the people that say they've seen it, I don't believe
I'm
them.
scared that if I see a ghost and I start recording it, the ghost is gonna know. And I feel like
mean the
if
ghost
I
is
was a
camera
ghost,
shy?
if I was a ghost and someone started recording me, I'd be like, no, I'm going away.
What? No.
You know, because it's like, this is a special experience. I decided to come here and haunt you, and you're gonna record it. That's like recording like.
No one.
But it's iffy because like if it's a special experience, why do they not interact? Why is it just them walking across the room like a build up? Oh, I'm gonna expose myself. Oh, that was amazing! Like, why don't they?
Oh, maybe those ones don't know. They're just like, I'm just walking.
I did a report.
Oh shit! There's a chick right there. Or what if it's like the others? Have you seen the others? Have you seen the others?
Yeah.
No spoilers. No spoilers. Definitely spoilers.
That was
Okay.
such a good movie.
The others is so good.
Yeah.
But what if the ghost you think you see is a real person and you're the one who's fucking dead?
I've thought that.
Yeah.
That was Sixth Sense.
And
Yeah, that was Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that's the others, dude.
Yeah.
And
Nicole
Sixth
Kidman
Sense.
and her kids,
Yes.
their house is haunted.
It's an amazing movie.
And
If you haven't seen it, watch it now.
I'm about to spoil
I mean,
the fuck
it's
out
already,
of it.
You already did, but go ahead.
It came out 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, give us some time to watch it then.
What if you've had enough time? The shit came out is on VHS where you had to rewind it. We were talking about earlier. That's how old this fucking movie is. But they think the house is haunted. It's creepy. All up until the end, you find out that they're the ghosts who are haunting the house, and that they died a long time ago, and the house has moved on, and people live there now, and they're the ones who are fucking haunting it.
How do they explain who had to get a job and pay the mortgage on the house?
Why
Like,
don't they remember dying?
It's like, how did Nicole Kidman not be like, I haven't paid mortgage in 30 years?
You want to know? You want to know
kids
why?
haven't aged in
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because it was written, and that's not real.
You know what? I've never seen a role where Nicole Kidman had a job.
In Batman
That's
with
somewhat
with Val Kilmer.
anti-feminist. I don't know how
Oh, is
that's
that the only
anti-feminist.
place-
but it
Sorry.
is.
No,
Sorry, I
I'm
gotta do that to you.
It's true because she's just hot and rich.
In the
That's real though.
mean,
That's
in real
real
life,
life.
yeah.
Exactly. That's real life. If you're hot enough, you don't have to work at all.
No, I'm
As
not
a
hot
lady.
enough.
in the Val Kilmer Batman,
Oh,
she's,
We're
sad.
talking
she's
super
his
tense.
therapist.
Oh my God, she's a
Batman?
fucking therapist.
In the Batman with Val Kilmer. which holds a close place to my heart, even though it's known as a terrible movie.
It's awful.
But
it's really bad.
Jim Carrey's in it, and it's fucking. He's awesome in it.
Jim Carrey's great, but that movie was terrible.
It's a dog shit movie.
Jim Carrey believes in ghosts. Did you guys watch that new documentary, Jim and Andy, on Netflix?
Oh yeah, but Jim Carrey's kind of like.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Did you watch the documentary?
Exactly.
I did, and I want to tell you something. Andy Kaufman. Okay, I'm going to sound crazy, and my dad always said, keep these things to yourself. But Andy Kaufman, I saw him in a dream where I had teleported to the Comedy Store. I'm not even fucking kidding. And I was in the main room, and I saw him, and I'm like, I saw feet hanging from the rafter. And I was like, I thought it was the manager, Adam. I'm like, Adam, what are you doing up there? And I saw Andy Kaufman's face, but it was purple. And he was like, you can see me. And he came at me. And I was like, white light around me to protect me. And then I woke up.
I think
he came to me.
Andy Kaufman jumped down from the rafters at you.
Yeah. The odds are greater that you're just a hallucinogenic schizophrenic. I hate to break it to you. And that's okay. That's fine.
Jim Carrey, because I watched that and I was like, dude.
We have lithium that can cure that. I just want you to know that. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, listen, but honestly, though, if anyone sees a ghost, and this is to even our viewers, just fucking record that shit. Record it. And ruin it.
I mean, there are videos of like ghosts, like
things
moving.
There's not. I mean, things are moving, but it's not a ghost. You know a ghost.
So how are the things moving?
Because
fishing line.
Yeah, exactly. How are things moving? Because they want to fucking fool people and be the person that saw the ghost or saw the book.
I made a fake ghost video. I'll show it to you later. Using my surveillance cameras. I used to work in a movie theater.
I just remembered, Brandon. I'll bring in my old cell phone. I had a ghost say "fuck" on it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't have that.
I have it. I have it at home. It's like a iPhone 4 or whatever.
Like when they have the white noise recording.
Yeah, exactly.
Break it down, and it's like, fuck.
No, listen, listen, and no, that's not a ghost. That was your son saying fuck because you took his weed stash. That's what you heard.
It's his old hospital. They turned into an old person's home in Boyle Heights. And we went on a ghost tour, and it was like they filmed a lot of stuff there. And we went in the basement in the morgue, and there were all these like ghost tour people. It was just me and my friend, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, this is creepy, dude. Because you could see like where they had the bodies and everything. But of course, there's no bodies, right?
Yeah.
And then we had our cell phones on record, and then I forget how we heard it. Like, we didn't hear it with our ears. We just had it recorded and later played it back, and I heard,
well, no, listen.
I'll bring it in. I'm bringing it in.
It's because, by the way, I
know why he was saying that. Like,
exactly.
He was a very dark spirit and liked to cuss a lot. He had a dirty mouth.
Maybe he just
dirty
died.
Dirty mouth ghost.
And he came into his ghost life right then and there and was like,
he just died. He's like, I have to haunt this place.
And it was like, and it was a bunch of people, and we were all huddled in different groups in this dark basement. And then there was a lit morgue over there. So he's probably like, what the fuck?
That's someone. You're the ghost.
No, I'm sorry.
You paid $39. No. Exactly. It's someone playing a fucking tape.
I think it was $40.
Wait, why were you recording?
Because everybody records when you ghost hunt.
Oh, you were ghost hunting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a ghost hunt. That's what
I used to work in, I don't know if you're familiar, I worked in San Juan Capistrano for years. And it's like the oldest city in Orange County. And there's like the mission there if you ever go on the field trip.
The graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So I would always have people, every October especially, do ghost tours like right where I fucking work. And I'm like, can you guys fuck off? Like, they're looking for like demons and shit. I'm like, I gotta walk home to my car. Like, I gotta walk to my car at 2 a.m. by myself. Like, I don't want to know that you're fucking. I parked where all these spirits are and shit. But yeah.
Isn't part of you relieved that just like, oh, look at these fucking saps that paid for this shit?
I do, because my theater is built in the 30s, and so supposedly it's haunted. I never saw anything there, but there is some on occasion. Ghost hunters would go in there and ask, like, oh, can we, run some tests in some of the theaters? We've heard about this place. And I'd be like, yeah, you gotta buy fucking tickets. Sell these tickets to Twilight and shit. And they go in and use their devices and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Did you make them pay for a ticket for the ghost? Like, if you're seeing 2 ghosts here, if they're adult ghosts, they have to pay.
Yeah, there's no ghost hopping. You got one ghost per ticket. Yeah,
We do have special ghost tickets.
You can't double up.
There's that cemetery there. It's across. It's where the start of Ortega Highway is. And it's really old. And we went there. My neighbors and I went there when my son was like 8. And I was like, come on, we're going ghost hunting. I thought it would be a fun mother-son kind of bonding thing. But instead, we got chased by the police. And I was like, run! And he ran. And I go, let's run to Denny's and act like we're eating. And so then we ran in there and ordered pie. And we just sat there and ate. And I go, they'll never know it was us.
What are you talking about? That sounds like a great mother, like, bonding experience. That sounds awesome.
So my son always goes, remember, Mom, when you had me run from the cops when I was a kid?
That's so awesome. I've never had a running from the cops story with my mom ever.
And then you eat pie after?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That is a great.
In the window, like, don't look at them.
Don't make eye contact with the cops.
Eat the pie. That's so
great. Cool.
Yep.
So back to your stripper story.
Oh, yeah.
Back
the library.
to the stripper story.
The
library.
Okay, so the library and Captain Cream's were the places that I aspired to one day frequent.
They were topless?
Aspired.
I don't know. I don't know because I never got to go to.
And what was the decorating aesthetic to Captain Cream's? Was it a ship? What? They just bring so many things. What
it sounds like a knockoff Oreo brand.
I never got to go in there.
I've been in there.
What was it like?
It was like a regular bar.
Can you describe it to me?
Yes. You walked in. There were lots of tables. There was an actual bar off to one side and one big main stage.
It was just one big main stage.
Yeah, that's how I remember.
Were there any type of naval owners? Was there any of that type of history? Or was just Captain Cream?
Sailors.
He just assumed.
It's just the name.
A guy with a wooden leg.
It was topless. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the place that I always dreamt that one day I'll go in there and I'll look at real life boobies without having to look good to do it. But I never got to do it because by the time I graduated high school in 2008, both of those places had closed. Mm-hmm. So when I turned 18, a couple of my buddies who turned 18 before me have already been to up in Anaheim or Buena Park maybe, Imperial Showgirls.
Oh, I worked there.
Imperial Showgirls is at 18, so it's all nude.
Yeah,
so
it's like 2 stories.
It's 2 stories, yeah.
I did a commercial for them.
2,400 square feet. Yeah. It's 3 bathrooms.
It is it's a nice strip club.
Yeah.
Okay.
After this is my first one, so it kind of set the bar high, and I've been to some real shitholes after that.
Oh yeah, it's a classy looking place.
It was pretty nice. The bathrooms are clean.
Did they still sell glass dildos in the glass case in the lobby?
Not that I saw. It's not something I usually look out for.
Okay.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, they had them for sale. I always thought they were pretty. I'm like, that's something you can put in your window.
They were selling glass dildos there?
Yeah.
What they should sell are fucking those fleshlights.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I worked there in 2003 and 2004, way before, fleshlights. It was the glass dildo was kind of the thing.
Sock.
Yeah.
Wow, and why would you buy this strip? That's like getting car repair done at the dealership. You're going to pay an increased price. It's probably very expensive at a strip club.
Definitely, but
it was
you're
before
revved
Amazon.
Up. Yeah. You're revved up. You're at the club. You want to peg your butthole later? You fucking get a glass dildo on the way out. Bust those spokes. Exactly. But Imperial Showgirls, that's my first strip club.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went in there at 18. Some buddies who turned 18 before me, so they were already familiar.
By the way, what's the decoration? I feel like Imperial Strip Club, it's just like imperialism strip club. They just have we're Native Americans and you guys came.
Or like Asian, like Japanese, like Imperial. It's the Emperor's strip club. No, it's just it's your standard like neon lights and
kind of reminded me of a Vegas
shit.
type.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
But I went in there as my first time with some buddies, and I'm not familiar. There's a cultured strip clubs. There's a
etiquette.
There's an etiquette to it,
Yes.
And we're 18 years old, fully unaware. I would fucking rock
like a puppy.
I fucking rock my sweatpants. All right. I fucking go in there and I'm like, cool. We brought a bunch of ones. I brought like $20 in ones.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Big money for you back then, though.
Yeah. They don't have alcohol or anything. I wasn't old enough to drink. I get a Red Bull. It was like $9. I was like, fuck. I have like $11 in $1 bills. And I didn't tip the bartender. The bartender with no fucking alcohol.
I call them juice tenders.
The juice tender. And so I go in there and there's a bunch of creepy dudes, so I'm rocking the fucking shades because this is like the shit I see in the strip clubs. And
you have sunglasses on in the strip club?
Yes.
There's a lot of dudes, they're not on because this prohibits good boobage. You can't look at the full coloration of the areola with shades on. It distorts areola and butthole coloration. So you need your bare eyes, right?
Yeah, why would you
But they wear the shades on top of their head because they're creepy fucking
They do.
dudes, man.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You did that.
I did it tonight because this is a stripper-themed podcast.
But you did it at the strip club,
Oh,
or no?
fuck no. In real life, no. I don't wear shades on my head.
No, that's weird.
I'm there like 11 p.m. What the
It's
fuck?
fucking dark as shit. Yeah, that's weird.
If there is an outdoor strip club during the day somewhere, like maybe I'll wear some shades.
Because everyone is already looking at the ass and the titties and the pussy, so what are you trying to hide? You're putting the sunglasses over.
Flashing lights and stuff.
Yeah, there are.
Maybe if you're epilepsy or something, you're like,
there was a guy that had a seizure sitting at the stage once.
And you saw it?
Yeah.
And how long did it take for anybody to take him seriously?
There was one guy that ran up and tried to do mouth to mouth, and we were like, I don't think that's the problem. What are you doing?
Seizures are scary to see in real life.
Yeah, they are.
That's some gnarly shit.
And the girl that was on stage went, ah! And took off running. Yeah.
That's an amateur.
Yeah.
A real professional would have been rocking it
the
still.
The show must go on.
The show's got to go on, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Someone has a heart attack. You got to fucking keep rocking it.
I would shake my ass in front of the dude and be like, look what I did to this fucking guy. My ass is so great.
The firemen
can't deal with it.
The firemen came, and then they're all looking around. We're like, hey.
Oh, so
I hope there was
medical professionals.
I hope there was stripper firemen that just started fucking peeling off that thing. Like, no, we need the real ones, damn it.
Somebody call the fire department, not the strippers, you motherfuckers.
Got a 5-alarm fire in my pants, ladies.
This man's gonna die. Call a doctor. Did someone call a doctor?
$1 million idea I just thought of right now, by the way. A co-ed strip club where there's both naked women and men parading around on stage.
That's in Vegas. It's called
she knows it. She's the Huell Hauser strip club.
Olympic Gardens.
Olympic
I don't
Gardens.
feel like it would work as well.
Upstairs are men and downstairs are women.
They're still
I'm
separated.
talking about the
Yeah,
integration.
they're separated.
Don't-
No, it
Wouldn't
wouldn't
work, man.
work.
It
You know
wouldn't
why?
Yeah, who's going to be the Rosa Parks?
You don't want to
this?
see.
If you go upstairs in that strip club to the men's section, the women are like, "Wah!" like screaming. It's loud. They're like jumping up and down. They're grabbing the guys, trying to pull their pants off. Like it's obnoxious. You go downstairs to where the women are stripping, and the men sit there with their hands like do 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 do, and they just stare and they're quiet
With their shades on their head.
Yeah. It's really interesting. So
Just
together,
observe.
that wouldn't work.
Well, no, that's because of the rules of a strip club. So you've never been to a strip club, right?
No.
The rules of a strip club, you got to let the stripper decide how handsy you can get. So if you're getting a lap dance, you put your hands to the side, and then if she picks up your hands, then you can feel her up wherever she puts her hands.
Regardless of the state laws.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
laws?
it's very loose. Yeah, it's very loose.
There are no
What's the
laws
state
where
law?
we're headed.
Because in some
That
like-
you can't,
know.
or that
in
or-
California,
can't.
I believe
There are lots of laws.
you're not supposed to literally touch each other, right? So a lap dance, which you paid $10 for,
Excuse
Or more.
$10
For-
It's been 20 since the 80s.
really?
Yeah.
I must have gone on discount night, bro. But you paid 20 for 2 songs or whatever their special is, and the DJ plays a song for 90 seconds. And
90 seconds.
yeah,
Okay,
like
that's a
a
$10
90
lap dance. though.
For California law, right? Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but you're not supposed to make
6
physical
feet
contact.
away.
6 feet
6
is,
feet.
If
is
you're
literally the
lap
law.
dance?
If you are nude, you're supposed to be 6 feet away.
And
nude is topless.
how many girls follow that law?
Where there's alcohol sold, they follow the law.
Really? They'll stay
Because
6
no.
feet is so
ABC,
far.
That's not true.
because
not true.
ABC, well, the bouncers follow the law. ABC is so strict, the alcohol,
They
bureau.
control strip clubs?
Yes.
Are they the ones who regulate that?
They're the ones who would crack down and take their alcohol license, and that is
if
like
the girls are
huge.
within 6 feet.
Yeah, and if the guys are like full on grabbing. Non-alcohol, oh, it's game on.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
Imperial Showgirls.
Okay,
Game
yeah.
That one,
on.
they put my hands all over, and I
It's
was
up
like,
to the girl, really.
I didn't know this was like this. This is awesome.
It's up to the girl to go,
I
whoa.
thought this was totally illegal, But yeah, you never do shit until they fucking do it.
Yeah.
They'll grab your hands and put them on their body and shit, but you always fucking be reserved.
I went to a strip club when I just turned 18, and the lady, she was bouncing her ass on my dick. And then she just started grabbing my dick through my pants and just was starting to rub it. I'm like, oh, is this what a lap dance is? And then everyone's like, no, that's not what it is at all.
That's over.
Yeah. I was
Over
like,
the
yeah.
pants handy, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
Just trying to make that VIP money, dude.
Get that return customer service.
You
Want that return customer?
You want this to go private?
Yeah.
You were a return customer?
I never went again, honestly.
Really?
It was a fucking hustle. Yeah, because before the lap dance, they would say...
a hustle?
Yeah, exactly. They would say, hey, don't you want to buy us a drink before the dance? Like, don't you want to buy us a drink? And then I saw it, and they would get the drink, and they would just put it at the bar, and they would just basically collect the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, buy me a drink. And then it would be not alcohol, and it would just be like a Sprite for $11.
Yeah.
They'd be like, okay, thanks. And then they just put it at the bar, and then they'd keep running.
I
back
used to
in.
look at a case of water and go, that's $500.
Jesus.
Because each water like that size is $10 or,
Yeah.
whatever, 11.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I'm like,
Strip club water is the same price as Mad Max water.
Yeah.
Where it's just
I was like, I want that water. I want to sell it.
Morden Joe fucking just makes it rain water on the... So I had $20.
So you're at the strip club,
Imperial.
I spend like Imperial sugar. I spend like $9 on a Red Bull, and then I have $11 in ones left after paying their $16 entry fee, of course. So we're there. It's crowded, but not too crazy. But a lot of shady dudes. Where I'm like, damn, there's no one our age in here. It's all.
Was it daytime?
No, it was at night, but it was a weeknight, I think. It was all middle-aged guys.
Yeah.
And we're all 18, so it's like we want to be around other guys our age, but there was none of that. We were the youngest kids in there. Everyone was like a middle-aged Hispanic or white guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the High School Musical crowd for the strip club?
Yeah. It was and like the sleaziest looking dudes that like it's almost uncomfortable. Like you want to be around other fucking people you're in your group bracket, demographic, right?
Yeah.
So it's that was right away like the thing that was off-putting about it. Like, damn, in the movies, it doesn't look this sad. Like the crowd, like the people, not the strippers, but the people who frequent strip clubs.
I love to people watch in
it's
a
the
strip
worst.
club.
So,
or if you watch their faces
like,
when the girls are on stage, just look at the guys, and you're like, oh my God, look at this guy's face. Oh my God, look at it.
fucking drooling.
Or they'll have these looks like.
But their stage was open, right? They have a side stage at Imperial, or maybe it's their main stage, and then they just had the one main stage upstairs. But there weren't a lot of people sitting around it. So me and Buddy are like, fuck that, let's get like a closer view, let's go sit at the stage. And so we sit at the stage, and the first girl that came out when we got there wasn't very attractive. She was like, obviously, like, she was overweight. She was a Hispanic lady who looked like she had just recently had a kid.
Oh,
like how your body's still recovering, but like you could tell, you could kind of see it. Like
she's like, I need money.
Yeah, she just had a kid, and it was like
Did her stomach look like just like an empty apple sack, like Johnny Appleseed?
Yeah, where it's kind of
before he hit the trees, just that empty apple sack.
She definitely didn't bounce back yet. It was still a little
burlap
flat to
sack.
it.
Okay,
and it's a full nude. It's 18, so no alcohol. It's a full nude. So she takes her top off, and then it's like pregnant, like little titties but pregnant titties. All right,
little titties but pregnant titties.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Where they
that's like the beginning of a Charles Dickens book, isn't it? They were the best of titties.
You could tell that they were producing life-sustaining milk, working with what they got. The nipples were inflamed or whatever happens to them during pregnancy.
Oh God!
And during lactation, they get darker and more bulgy. But it was very obvious that she was nursing. Like I was like, oh God! And she took the lower half off, and she had like a fresh C-section scar.
Oh,
yeah, like it had to have been a couple of weeks out.
Like there were stitches in it.
Like you can see, like the stitches had been removed, but you can still see the lines where the stitches were, and that's like when the lighting would hit it because it's dark and lighting. So anyways, I'm like, oh fuck. And you're like,
fine. Get into it. That's like a Nightmare Before Christmas stripper, It's like, Get into it.
I had $11, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm waiting for the grade A to come out, all right, before I start throwing my money. But I felt bad. I'm like, fuck, like it's like getting a drink. Even though all she did was pour a beer, you gotta throw $1, you know. So like she's like comes crawling towards me, and so I'm like, fuck. She's like bringing the attention to me. I gotta react. So I take $1 out and like hand it to her, and she takes my $1 and she folds it like horizontally and then folds it in half. And she's fully nude at this point.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know where this is headed?
A David
Have you
Blake
seen this trick?
A David Blake. She asked you to write your name on the dollar.
Oh, hold on, Jeddi.
Okay.
She folds the $1 in half
So
long
dirty.
ways, right?
I don't know why these girls do this.
Uh-huh.
And she's right in front of this close to me and my buddy. She throws her legs over her head and carefully places it on top of her snatch, and then goes, and it goes. She queefs and shoots it into the air like a piece of confetti. And it was audible. It was audible. The sucking and then the pushing.
Oh, God.
It went, and then it went, and I was like, oh, my God. My first time in a strip club, being on the stage with the fucking $1, and this lady who had a baby 2 weeks ago just queefed a $1 bill up into the air, like 7 feet in the air. And you could tell that she does it every night. Like, that's her trick.
Think about that little baby she had. It's probably a little gang member now.
By now, for sure. Buena Park.
He's dealing drugs. And
Yeah.
Kid's got more money than all of us.
But, so are you familiar with that trick?
Not. I thought you were gonna say they put it like on the pussy and made it like move. I haven't actually seen it go into the air.
So
and
dollar
suck
pussy
back.
ventriloquism?
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I would actually finally
why-
appreciate Jeff Dunham if he did something like this.
Why these girls do that? I mean, money is known to be the most disgusting thing.
No one washes
Well,
money.
but I thought that was
No.
because of strippers.
I think I've heard that there's rat poop and
Oh, true,
cocaine.
yeah.
And,
Rat poop?
Cocaine.
Oh,
rat,
rat
I would
poop,
rat.
okay.
How does rat poop end up on
Rat poop.
money?
Rat
I don't
poop is
know.
everywhere, you guys. That's
There's
just
rat
how it
poop on
is. That's
money.
Rat poop is the reason I wipe the top of my soda cans when because remember
yeah,
that?
you gotta
Oh.
rinse
The
them.
rats shit on them when they're in the cargo containers.
There's rats
Oh.
shitting all over this
Yeah.
earth.
Fucking rats,
It's
man.
steel
Probably
hardening
rat
your
shit
immune
right here.
system. Bring it. Bring that little amount, and then you're tougher now. You're tougher. You've been tested.
Tell that to like the 10 million people that died in the Black Plague or however many it
Yeah.
was.
This isn't the
Your
1200s.
immune system.
They weren't tough.
Yeah,
It's full of disease, man.
I bring it. You know, and then I go to other countries. I can eat kind of sketchy food. There's a lot of pros.
Because
to
I
this.
ate
Disease
rat poop
condition.
in
Yeah,
America.
sure. I have 3 types of hepatitis, but the tacos in Mexico, it's good. I don't
Obviously,
have-
the rat poop
You got
in
worried for me
Mexico
right
is
there.
10 times worse than the rat poop in the U.S.
That's kind of racist, Gage. I'm
Is
sorry.
it? Is it?
Sounds like coming right out of Trump's mouth, but
We should build a rat wall.
yeah.
A 3-foot tall wall for
So,
no
cement
more
their
rats.
tunnels. Okay.
Well, because they drink the water.
The rats.
Yeah.
Oh, they drink the Mexican
All those
water?
rats down south have Montezuma's revenge flowing through their veins.
Yeah.
You know, so
They're-
you take
they're
a
kind
shit.
of
You don't
immune
think
to
you're gonna
it.
catch a little bit of that?
That's true.
You eat some Al Pastor from a taco truck outside a gymnasium.
And tuberculosis is like rampant, right? That's what I've heard.
Tuberculosis.
Yeah.
We're just saying racist shit now.
It's not
and
racist.
They're poor.
This is a
They
medical
rape
fact.
down there.
No, there's rich
They hate- I'm
Mexicans,
just-
but they don't have tuberculosis.
It's El Chapo. There we go. Yeah.
El
let's keep
Chapo,
it.
he got his shots. He doesn't
Cool.
have tuberculosis.
It's okay.
He's got the mark on his arm. Right?
Yeah.
The immigrant.
my God.
My mom has that.
Oh,
like
my
the-
sister Shannon has that. It's because people born before 1970 have that.
That shot.
Yeah.
Mhm, and
That's
Yeah.
leaves
It looks like a
scar.
cigar burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I don't have
It's
it
an
because
old vaccine from like ancient times.
Yeah, it
That-
had like a few prongs on it. Or something.
I remember I did it to my
Your
baby doll.
skin
I'm gonna
starts
do it to
sizzling
you.
or something.
It
I don't know.
had like 5 prongs on it, and it would go, and like all these medicines would go in. So I used to do it to all my dolls. I'd stab them.
So is multiple
Sorry, stabbing
vaccines
you.
at one time?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And it
Yeah.
left a scar? Dang.
yeah, it
Yeah.
leaves a scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
they
looked like the
they,
outside-
really went in with it then.
Yeah.
Yes, because everyone, I guess, who was before 1970s,
Yeah.
Especially like my mom was an immigrant from the Philippines, so when she came there, you have
Yeah.
to
Or
My mom
people
had
not
that
born
too.
here.
Yeah, she was an immigrant too. She had that same, like the outline of a cigar burn.
It's because when they get here, they make them take their vaccinations and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking wild.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
The queef dollar.
Don't say my mom queef dollar. That just makes it seem like she also did that.
Yeah.
If you got the vaccine, then the second part was they made you queef dollar. That was in Ellis Island. They made you.
Well, they taught you the best they could.
The ping pong.
Yeah, the ping pong trick, a queef dollar, and then
that's
the old
Asia.
reach around and there you go, Ellis Island. It's New York.
You had to do it from the crown of the Statue of Liberty.
You can make a living now. You have everything you need to know to make a living in New York. Oh, is that a little rat?
And I look up and I see a rat.
Wow,
this is
sexy rat.
It is kind of sexy, unfortunately. That disappoints me.
I turned around to look at a better view of it.
Hollywood magic, sorry.
This is a green screen.
That's
cool. Funny.
I feel like this is when Stuart Little went to the bad part of a fucking neighborhood.
that is Stuart Little after his owner died.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah.
He was cute.
Trying to make rent. This is Stuart Little trying to make rent.
Yeah, well, you live your life in a cushion, being adopted by a wealthy New York family.
Yeah,
I
and then get a motorcycle.
Shit hits the fan. You got to start putting on pantyhose and
you got to start stripping.
Shaking that ass,
be a rat
shaking that
tail. I feel that's what I look like when I went to the strip club.
That's what
you had a tail.
That's what I look like.
You had a tail.
You would wear those like one of those butt plug tails. You ever see those?
No.
You ever see those? Can't say that I have. Can't say that I have.
The
Not a butt. I haven't seen a butt plug tail.
I feel like I'm the most perverted person here.
I think you are.
Am I?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it in real life.
You see that? It's a butt plug, but it has like a long tail at the end of it.
That's hilarious.
So you could put it in and be like,
I want that. And I would wag my tail.
I'm a little cat.
Swag it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to know what it's like? We used to have tails.
To have a tail, yeah.
Coming out of your butt.
Pretend I was sexy cow after I had my son because I had that sack that would hang down, like that fresh had a baby sack, and my boobs would hang down, and I'd get naked on all fours on the bed and turn to my husband and be like, "Moo, sexy cow." And then I had a tummy tuck. So cut that off.
Well, that was fun. Let's wrap this up.
Sexy cow. Moo.
But
nice.
That was my first strip club experience. Was the queef dollar.
That's scary.
The queef queen. But a couple minutes later, I just gave her that $1 and she queefed it.
Yeah.
And
did you say you can keep that?
I'm not going to take it back, especially after that. Yeah, first of all, I don't think you can take them back. You would get attacked.
It's a whole different story.
You tried to take $1 back.
Story. Yeah,
off the stage.
I didn't take it off the stage. It was on the floor.
On the floor.
On the floor.
Okay, so somebody threw on the stage and it came off.
Somebody else threw.
It never hit the stage, and there were 20s.
He decided to.
It was a $20.
$20.
I don't blame you.
I didn't have a job.
That might be something I would do.
Yeah. Be sly. That might buy you 2 lap dances on discount night.
But I didn't get any lap dances. I just pocketed that money. I didn't have a job.
And then he left.
Yeah.
I didn't, and then I left.
What are you doing at a strip club?
You just
I
went
guess
to
that
pick up
actually makes
money off
perfect
the floor
sense.
and left.
He made money at the strip club.
The queef dollar was disgusting. That was
Wow.
that was a big
you-
eye opener of the depths of how dark life can get.
Did you ever get a lap dance after that, or were you scared?
Yeah, that night. Yeah, I got a couple. Yeah,
How did you get a couple with $11?
with my buddy's help.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we were there. I had the $1. She queefed it, and then I didn't tip her again after that for the rest of her set or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
what do
you were
what
down to
what do you
10.
call it?
Set.
A set.
Yeah.
So the rest of her set, I didn't tip her anything. And then afterwards, and she
Did you give it
Or
if I give you the
So
song,
you
can
weren't
not queef
impressed
it?
by the queef?
Yeah.
It was pretty impressive, but not like hot, like take my money. Like not like that. It was like, whoa, I'm going to tell people about this later.
It was like Guinness World Records, kind of interesting, but not like sexual hot.
I'm going to give money to, Guinness record holder.
Yeah, 7.5 feet on a dollar, but I'm not horny over this.
And a lot of the other people agreed with me, obviously, because there weren't a ton of dollars on her stage. So her song ends, and she's picking up the dollars. And she looks at me and she points at me.
By the way, I wish she's picking up the dollars. I hope she was doing it with a leaf blower style, just with her queefs, just kind of like pushing a dollar in the corner.
No, it was a lot sadder and more real than that. Like she was kind of covering her tits while grabbing dollars by the handful. And she looks at me and she points at me and she goes, "Hey, the next time you sit at the stage, you gotta tip the dancers." And she takes $1 that she queefed and she crumples it up and throws it in my face. And I was like, she just stormed off with like her $8 and her bra and shit. And I was just like, wow, that was my first like up close and personal stripper experience. I saw a girl queef $1 and then I got scolded for not tipping enough. But the next girl was like a lot hotter, so that was cool. That's like
trying to get a baseball signed by Babe Ruth and he just throws it in your face.
I don't know if it's that cool. Like, it's more of a pity dollar. You don't throw Babe Ruth a pity baseball. Hey, will you sign this? I know it'd mean a lot to you.
It's like a T-ball ball. It's like it's soft.
Like your uncle who played like AAA or something. Minor league. You're like, hey, no, you want to sign a baseball?
Like a softball. Like,
yeah, I got this softball. I found it out. I found this ball outside, man. You want to sign it, Uncle Jim? I used to play minor leagues. But the next chicks that came out were an improvement for Imperial Showgirls. They really swung back hard, and I lost the rest of my $9 or $10. And then I was out of money, so I was just chilling there. And there's this girl who's like 19, and she wasn't a stripper, but she was in a bikini, and she gives massages.
Wait, what?
All right, have you heard of this? She doesn't get nude, but she is scantily dressed. And she'll take you in the back and give you a back massage, but she doesn't remove her clothes. She's just in a bikini. And no one was paying for that. So I'm just like talking to this chick. I'm like, so what's it like working here? And like just stupid like stripper club questions. And she's like, it's cool, the girls are cool. And then my buddy's like, dude, we're gonna get some lap dances. So my buddies bought me 2 lap dances, and that was like, those were my first.
With the massage girl?
No. They don't. The massage girls just like literally sit there because no one pays for massages. Really.
See, they had that after. I never
really
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like 19 and she was the cutest one. I wish she was one of the strippers because she was the cutest one, but she doesn't take her clothes off. She'll just take you in the back and give you a back rub.
Oh, I would have paid for that.
Yeah, but she'll never get nude.
And
so like people are there for tits.
So
like no one paid her to get back rubs and shit. So they literally just sit around all night.
Why didn't they strip?
And that's probably why it doesn't continue to this day. Just because, like, yeah, no one wants that shit. It was probably just like one weekend or the month you were there.
Like, you're going to go to a massage place if you want that.
Yeah, right? You don't go to a strip club and go, oh, you know what would be cool, too, is a massage. No, you want to go in the VIP and have some titties in your face.
Can this stripper do a caricature drawing? Can we get some of that going, please? Like, that's one weekend, and then just like, you're done. This is it.
Yeah.
But that was my first time, and while we were there, we saw an advertisement. I'm a big fight fan. Me and my buddies, we always get together. We watch the fights. We watch UFC and shit. And so, like, a couple weekends later, they're having a big fight there. And so we're like, dude, how cool would that be to go watch UFC at a strip club? Nice.
Yep, I'm an idiot.
And not that cool. It's not that cool. Mm-hmm. No. When you're trying to pay attention to a fight, they don't have the sound on.
Oh, no, they don't.
You don't get to hear Joe Rogan doing his commentary. It's just fucking, what's that? Sweet cherry pie song and shit, and then dudes fighting on the TV.
Next up to stage is Destiny.
And then 8 feet away are titties. So you're like, I came here to watch fights, but there are exposed breasts right there, and I'm a fucking guy. So like, obviously, I miss half the fucking fights. And I was like, oh, this shit is whack. So I didn't go back to strip clubs for a long time after that. And since then, all the ones I've been to. Imperial Showgirls a few times after, like I've been there like 3 times total, but just randomly in Vegas.
Nice.
Vegas, would end up in a strip club.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Again. Hey, no, go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say we're about to tie this all up.
Yeah.
We're about to tie this sucker up.
I was gonna ask him which strip clubs because I've worked at a couple out there.
Definitely have worked at a couple.
OGs.
Oh yeah, Olympic Gardens.
OGs
and Cheetahs.
What's the Crazy Horse 3?
Oh, I worked at Crazy Horse 2 before the murder.
Okay, see, I'm not familiar with them. I don't frequent Crazy Horse 2. I frequent Crazy Horse.
They had an excellent locker room.
That was it all.
Yeah. An excellent locker room.
Yes, it was great. They have masseuses for the girls in the back and
to warm up.
Yeah, they have that. They have
put like hot oil on you, like a Thai boxing match.
You don't put oil on or lotion too much because you get on stage, and if you get it on the stage, then everybody falls.
Ooh, that makes sense. You need to have gripping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No oil, strippers, before your shift.
Take it easy with the oil.
Cool.
Okay.
So let's kind of bring this in. We're gonna start doing plugs. What do you got, Erin?
Check me out at erinhartcomic.com and everything Erin Hart Comic on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that shit.
Perfect. Jessica?
Well, on Instagram at @Rosas_comedy. Gonna be at the what can I do, like upcoming shows?
Yeah, everything. Absolutely.
Thursday, not tomorrow, but next Thursday, I'm at Flappers in Burbank, 8 p.m. And then Friday, I'm at the Holiday Inn in Victorville.
Nice.
Woo!
Hey, fuck yeah. Dope.
Yep.
What do you got, Gage?
I have 0 fucking book gigs.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Coming up. You can catch me at open mics. You could listen to me on my podcast. I do a podcast called Podcasting Under the Influence, the PUI podcast. It's technically an MMA-themed podcast that me and my buddy record after a night of drinking on Saturdays during the fights. And then we start recording, and we chug beers during. We call it gooshing. We goosh beers during the podcast. So by the end of the 45 minutes to an hour, we're blackout drunk.
Oh, my God.
So I do that. It's a
That's
PUI
funny.
podcast. Yeah,
Nice.
Podcasting on the Influence. And yeah, you can catch me on Facebook, Gage Flick, or on Instagram at roofless_Gage.
And that is Roofless, ROOFLESS.
Correct.
Like a roof?
Perfect.
Roofless.
Jamie, what do you got, buddy?
I'm good for now.
He's good for now.
Jamie's our working man.
I do Max Bloom's comedy open mic every Friday in Fullerton, except for the first Friday of the month, so not tomorrow. I think I'm doing Hennessy's in Laguna Beach this whatever the fuck day.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, and then on Instagram at brandonjeddi, on everything at brandonjeddi, Twitter at brandonjeddi, and Facebook at brandonjeddi. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Sweet.